What are you doing? Okay, good morning, you guys. Today is Sunday, and I have tried recording this intro like 5 times now, and I just like keep having brain fart after brain fart. And so I'm gonna try again, and I'm gonna get through it, and it's gonna be great. So, welcome back. It has been a while since I've posted, I think over a week. I normally always post on Friday mornings like a grocery haul video, and then normally like a day in the life or like a gardening update throughout the week. So normally 2 videos a week, and I have not done anything in a week. Anyways, the reason for that is on Monday, Michael called me and said, hey, I booked a camping spot for this weekend, and we're going to leave Wednesday morning, which I was super excited about. So Tuesday was spent writing a list of everything that we needed. We hadn't been camping since last year, and so there was a few like non-food related items that we needed just to stock up in our camping boxes. And then I put together just a really quick, simple menu for while we were up camping, and I went and bought the items for that. I have it written down, and so I'll share with you guys how much I spent. We were there for a couple days. We ended up going just to Detroit Lake, which is a couple hours from our house. The weather was beautiful. The first day was in the 90s, and the second day was in the 80s. We had a blast. We were off our phones most of the time. The only time I used my phone was to take pictures. I don't know if I took any videos. If I did, I'll try to edit this in here so you guys can see what it looked like up there. And so anyways, the whole point of this video today is kind of like a shelf cooking menu plan video, if that makes sense. I didn't want to go grocery shopping once we got back. So we're just going to push it until the regular grocery shopping day of Thursday. We have plenty of food to eat. I just went into the kitchen and like made a menu for this week. And it wasn't hard at all. The only thing is we're running pretty low on like fresh fruit. I think all we have left is like some really brown bananas and a lot of apples. So I will share with you guys today the menu that I came up with and what I spent when I did go to the grocery store. We also had to go to the grocery store yesterday to pick up some food for our like Bible study group. I've mentioned that before, that when we go to Bible study, meals are provided, and the way that works is at the end of Bible study, they ask, hey, does anybody want to cook dinner for next week? And the last time we offered to cook dinner. So we're going to make like pork carnitas, like tacos. And so, yeah, we had to go buy some stuff for that. And while we were there was a guy there putting out the yellow stickers on the meat. And I think that he did it wrong because the meat was half off. And so we loaded up on some meat for the freezer. I thought about getting more, but our freezer is pretty maxed out after we butchered all those chickens. So we got the perfect amount. Everything fits in the freezer. And so I will share that with you guys as well. And yeah, I think that is it for this little intro video. I will try to find some clips of our camping trip and add those in. And then I will share the weekly menu with you guys. Okay, so here is the weekly menu just for the next couple days, just for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I will go grocery shopping on Thursday. For this, I just went through my fridge, freezers, and cupboards and just kind of picked a few things that needed to be eaten and made a menu plan. So for tonight, like I said, is Bible study, and I am making dinner. We're going to do pork tacos, pinto beans and chips, and then for dessert is sherbet. Michael marinated the pork last night, so all I need to do is throw it in the Instant Pot. And then the pinto beans are super easy. I have beans soaking right now, and it's just like beans. I'm gonna use some pork broth that I had in the freezer, and then a can of diced tomatoes with green chilies, and then a few seasonings, and then you let those simmer in a Dutch oven on the stovetop for a couple hours, and they're super delicious. Monday, I went through the cupboard and saw that my mom had given me, it's been a while, she had given me some venison stew that she canned at home. And so we have a jar of that, and I'm going to serve it with cornbread. The weather here has been super weird lately. Last week it was in the 90s, and then this week it's in like the low 60s. And so I don't know, stew has been sounding really good just because it's kind of chilly out. Tuesday, I found some fish fillets in the freezer, so we're going to do fish tacos, slaw, and then I had some corn on the cob that I had bought last grocery shopping trip, and so we're going to eat that with our fish tacos. On Wednesday, my brother is going to be coming for dinner, and I have these pierogies that I made for Easter, and he ended up not being able to come to Easter to try the pierogies. So I have some in the freezer, and I'm going to cook those for him. We're going to have pierogies, sausage, cabbage, and then like runny, like over easy eggs on the side. And then I normally don't plan out lunch and breakfast just because for breakfast, one, I don't eat breakfast. Michael normally eats something super simple. And then normally we just have things like cereal, or Barrett really likes protein shakes or overnight oats or just regular oatmeal or eggs and sausage or eggs and toast. I mean, they're pretty easy for breakfast. And so I am going to make a French toast bake just because I still have some French bread left over from last week's menu. And so I need to get that eaten up. And then for lunch ideas, just because I don't think there's going to be any leftovers from any of these meals, and that's normally what we eat. And I also don't have any lunch meat for sandwiches. I've been talking about this homemade tuna helper, how I was going to make it for like a month now, and I still haven't made it. And so I am going to make the homemade tuna helper with broccoli. And then on Tuesdays, my dad comes for lunch. And so I normally try to make, a nicer lunch besides, peanut butter and jelly or something like that. So we're going to do some split pea soup that I have in the freezer and then serve it with grilled cheese. And then for the other lunches, like I said, it will probably be peanut butter and jelly, something simple like that. The kids like ramen bowls with like over easy eggs in them. And so we could do something like that. So this is the menu for the next couple days until I go grocery shopping on Thursday. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the meat that we picked up yesterday. It will look kind of funny because we already put it in the freezer, but I just pulled it out really quick and laid it all out on the table. And so I will go over really quick what we picked up. Okay, this is what we picked up yesterday. So starting here, this is like a beef chuck roast. This is what I would use for like Mississippi pot roast or shredded pork tacos or shredded beef tacos. Normally $16.06 a pound, or not a pound. This pack would have been $16.06, and it was marked down to $8.03. Normally their discounts are not this good. I pulled out another package of meat that I had gotten the week before that was on discount, which still it was $17.24 and it was down to $13.80, which is still great, but not nearly the discount as we got yesterday. I don't know if the guy was new and just didn't realize, or they're going to start discounting more heavily, but I'm totally fine with it. We got some round roast carne asada. This is what we use for beef bulgogi. It was $11.84 and then marked down to $5.92. We got another beef chuck, or no, this is not a roast. This is a steak. This was, let's see here. I think it was $8.91 and we paid $4.46. We got, this is a beef chuck roast, so the same as this one. This one would have been $13.38 and got it for $6.69. And then we had just been talking about tri-tip and how we wanted to try cooking it, but it's normally so expensive. It was $22.36 and we got it for $11.18. And so normally I don't spend this much on meat in 1 month, but with it being priced down so low, we just stocked up, and this will get us multiple meals for this summer. Okay, so I'm gonna go over really quick just what I spent when I went to the grocery store. I have been 2 times this month so far. The first time was on the 1st, and that is when I went to go buy all of the food that we were gonna need for camping for those couple days. And of course, you know, when you're camping, you want to eat like good food and snacks. And so that's normally more than I would spend for a couple days of eating, but it's totally worth it. So when we were up there, we had, for dinner the first night, we had walking tacos with ground beef. For lunches, we just had regular sandwiches and like chips and potato salad or mac salad and fruit. And then the second dinner, we did hot dogs and brats with the same like potato salad, mac salad. I could have made mac salad for way cheaper, but we were kind of crunched on time, and it was just easier to buy it from the deli, and it was pretty cheap, like $1.50 something a pound. So for breakfast, what we did was the first day we had jalapeno cheddar bagels, and then we just topped it with cream cheese and then just some runny eggs. The other breakfast that we had was I had bought a pack of Winco muffins, which I hadn't had like store-bought muffins in a while. It's pretty much just cake. It doesn't even taste like a muffin that you would make at home. So the kids thought that was great. They thought that was like the most delicious thing ever. And then one of the things that we bought that ate up a lot of money was stuff for trail mix. We wanted to put together our own trail mix, just how we like it. And so I bought 3 pounds of peanuts. I bought a couple pounds of raisins and almonds and Reese's Pieces and dark chocolate chips. And I think that was it. And we made a whole bunch of trail mix. We ate a whole bunch while we were up there, and we still have a whole bunch in the cupboard and a few more ingredients to make more trail mix. So that was kind of the stuff that I bought for camping, and that total was $68. And then for the last trip, which was when we went and we stocked up on meat, we also bought some stuff for dinner that night, which was last night. I had been craving like a really good breakfast, and so we bought stuff for biscuits and gravy, and then we had bacon and hash browns on the side, and it was so good. So we bought that. So for the meat and the stuff to make that dinner, it was $57. We were originally going to go out to a restaurant for breakfast, but we kind of decided against it, just because if we would have gone out to a restaurant, our total would have easily been $57, and we wouldn't have had any of the meat that we have now. So far this month, I have spent $125. That's perfectly fine. And then, what was I going to say? I'll have a couple more shopping trips throughout June. We do have some, oh my goodness, I cannot talk today. We do have some camping trips planned. And those, normally when we camp, it's like really cheap foods, like sandwiches and hot dogs and burgers. So I think that I will easily be able to stay within my monthly budget. Okay, so I think that is the end of this video. I know this was a little bit different than my normal like grocery haul weekly menu videos that I post, but I just thought that I would show you what I would do if, there's just times where you're not gonna go shopping one week, and it's totally doable if you stock up on items when they're cheap and throw them in your freezer, just like I did with that meat. That is gonna save us so much money throughout the summer when we need meat for barbecuing or any other recipe. The term that they use when you do that is called shelf cooking. It was made popular by a woman named Jordan Page. I don't have Instagram anymore, but I know that she does have an Instagram and a Facebook. Fun, Cheap, Free, I think is what it's called. And she has lots of great tips. And the ones that I like the most is she has like these videos that go over like what exactly can be put in the freezer, and so much can be put in the freezer. So I would check her out if you've never heard of that term, shelf cooking. It's really interesting. I've been doing it, off and on for a while. When the whole pandemic thing broke out, around here where I live, the grocery stores were empty. There was nothing to be found in the grocery store. Even things like frozen pizzas and ramen, like you couldn't even get that. And I thought that was kind of weird. People were stocking up on like all the fresh fruits and vegetables, which I don't understand that either, because most of the time those go bad really fast. So we did a lot of shelf cooking when that first happened because food was a little scarce around here. And luckily, I had done it before and I knew to be stocking up. And so we were completely fine when all of that happened. So yeah, if you haven't heard of shelf cooking, I would really suggest looking into it. I kind of like it. It's kind of fun. But I'll see if I can find one of her YouTube videos and link it in the description box below. And yeah, I think that is the end of this video. I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching and have a great week.